have a...
I always bring this for. Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome to use this.
Thank you.
Turn it on.
I'll start and see where we end up with Bex.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It didn't die already, did it?
No. Just
Oh, that would.
brought it with a low battery. But
Okay.
we're good.
All right.
What a nice big audience today.
Yeah, it's nice. Good morning, everyone. We're going to get rolling here. We're on YouTube Live at the moment, so these are our YouTube cameras right here. In case you don't want to be on camera, you should switch seats with somebody. We have modern restroom facilities down this hallway here. It's an upscale hotel.
It is.
Bex is in the producer chair. Who is that over there? Is that Nico?
That's Nico.
Nico Cavallero? Hello, in our technical side. Loretta Douglas is in the guest chair. Taylor's on social.
I'm going to audience motivate today, so if you could clap when I clap, that would be helpful and make it less weird.
If you don't want to. If you don't clap, you don't get breakfast. I'll put that out there, huh? Right, Bex?
Oh, they get.
No clap, no breakfast.
You're usually too nice. That's not true.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Back stiffened?
Yes, or I could lower
Good,
the mic.
good posture?
It won't last long. Make sure my phone's
Welcome to the Hot Stove Society show on Cairo Radio. My name is Tom Douglas.
I'm Loretta Douglas.
And you have the best shirt on today.
Oh.
Little
This
sweatshirt.
is there's a whole
If you're watching
brand.
on YouTube, you can
There's a whole brand called Favorite Daughter, and I've been wanting something from them, and then Mom saw it the other day and thought it was hilarious.
Well, there
Awesome.
you go.
I had to
And
wear
it's
it today
true.
for
You are my favorite daughter.
favorite and only.
We won't tell anyone that you're my. Oh, I guess we will. Say only. We're here at the beautiful Hotel Andra in downtown Seattle, 4th and Virginia. If you don't know our area, Rashida just banged her head on the YouTube camera in case you're wobbling. In case our guests get a little wobbly right now. Rashida's making breakfast. You know, if you buy a ticket to come to our show in the morning, on Thursday mornings generally, that you get a hot breakfast, some hot coffee, delicious conversation, and once in a while, a guest brings a taste treat. Mm-hmm. Today, I think our first guest has brought a free knife for everyone in the audience. As I said, we're here at the studios of the Hot Stove Society, where we do classes, both public and private. Check us out online, hotstovesociety.com, or just buy a ticket and come hang out with us. You can watch us on YouTube at Tom Douglas and Company, our YouTube channel. Tune in on Cairo Radio or listen wherever you get your local podcast. Upcoming classes here at the Hot Stove. Pizza at Home on Saturday, November the 29th. If you're not doing anything on Thanksgiving weekend, come on down, bring your family, and take a pizza class. Why not? We have Japanese patisserie with Chef Rashida, who's making breakfast this morning, on November the 29th also.
Yes.
Two in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Classes through February are posted on the hotstovesociety.com site. The big news for us is this is our biggest holiday week at the Dahlia Bakery, and November the 23rd is the last day to pre-order holiday favorites for pickup at the Dahlia Bakery. Pies include pumpkin ginger snap, pecan almond baklava. That's what I'm buying this year.
So good.
Woo! And triple coconut cream pie. We've got rolls, facettis, and my sweet onion gravy, which, by the way, has sold out.
I think you lost a bet because it sold
To who?
out. To Amy Richardson.
Huh. I doubt it.
I heard you said it would. There is no way it would sell out.
Well, you know why I didn't lose the bet? I'm making 100 pints more on Friday. So there you go. If we sell, I'll double the bet. If we sell out the second 100 pints, then I'll
You'll pay up.
Yeah. You know, I pay my debts, unlike some people. I wasn't looking at you
Yeah.
directly. We slice into the world of knives today with culinary innovator Scott Heimendinger, founder of Seattle Ultrasonics. We celebrate the soul of the independent wine shops around town. Mike Tiers here from Pike and Western Wine Shop, longtime contributor to our show. And he's been guiding wine lovers in the market for 50 years.
50 years.
People don't know this, but that's where I met your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was selling wine at the time.
Before Mike owned
Wholesale.
it, right?
Before what?
Before Mike owned
Yeah,
it.
they were coworkers. And before your time,
50 years ago, yes.
yeah, 50 years ago. And
Thank you.
that was unnecessary. Yeah. And yeah, I was selling wine wholesale, taking a break from cooking, and she was selling wine retail at the counter at Pike and Western. So when you see us on the TV show How I Met Your Mother, it's really not that exciting. Thanksgiving favorites, dressing and sweet potatoes. We're going to chat a little bit about those today. We dish on holiday pies with chef instructor Annie Elmore. You know, she's a bit feisty.
She is, but she's really sweet on radio.
You know, we did a Thanksgiving class this last Saturday, 2 of them, and I really think the crowd enjoyed her time in front of them more than me. And it kind of ticks me off, just saying. Because she just trashes me the whole time.
Yeah.
I would never do such a thing.
Like you are right now on
a taste
radio.
of tradition. Eliza's here from the chef shop with some panettone, and I just got to say I had panettone for breakfast, my first of the season,
Oh.
and it was horrible.
Who
It was
made
not from Eliza.
It was
Let's
not
be
from
clear.
Eliza. I'm going to be clear about that, but you know, it's just the kind you buy at the grocery store, quick little hit. You know, you're in the mood, you're buying something else, you see it, blah blah blah. Jackie bought it, and there's a reason why you go to a reputable place. Test them out first. You know, at Chef Shop, you can actually try them first.
Yeah, they have an event.
Yeah, and you know, oftentimes you keep a drawer full of open ones that you can try. Not even at just the event. And as always, we're going to wrap up Food for Thought Tasty Trivia with Food for Thought Tasty Trivia, brought to you by Rub with Love, Spice Rubs and Sauces. All right, I just have to say one thing before we get to our taste of the week. What a pleasure it was to work with you last Monday. We had
Oh, thank you.
a big soup gathering at our warehouse out in Ballard. Some of our radio listeners came. Some of our employees came. Bex, you and I were there.
Yeah.
Loretta was there doing labels. And we made
Beautiful labels.
160
60.
quarts of beef barley soup.
And can I say how fun it was to use that huge griddle, 40-gallon?
The
40 gallon. I mean,
Tilt-a-sham.
40-gallon tilt skillet.
Yeah.
So
40
fun.
gallon.
Yeah.
You could even go higher if you wanted.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it just stops at 40. There's still an inch or two before the top of the pot.
Okay. Push
But
those boundaries.
You're pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when things heat up, they expand, right? And so, yeah.
But a big wooden paddle. It was really
And right
fun.
next to it, we had the 30-gallon steam kettle
Yes.
that I had made the stock in the prior day.
Uh-huh.
Actually, both. But anyway, yeah.
It was fun.
I finished the project yesterday. We had to wait for the soup to chill down before we could put it in quarts. So we finished it yesterday. It's all in the freezer now. And then when the food bank and senior center at the Pike Place Market needs it, they just say, we could use 30 quarts of soup or we could use all of it. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how much they're going to take at one time. But the cute thing is it's all packed up in Jackie's Prosser Farm totes. So we just walk them right down. Yeah.
It was delicious. Beef barley with tons of veg. There's a lot of slicing and dicing.
Yeah. That was our big project, was slicing and dicing. Loretta, do you have a taste of the week? That was my taste of the week, by the way. Do you have a taste of the week?
I do. We had a fun little marketing team dinner, which I was graciously invited to despite not actually really being on the marketing team this week. And we went out to Sophone,
How
which
do you
is
spell that?
Sophon. And it's up on Finney Ridge, kind of by the fire station, up there on Finney Ridge by Ken's Market. It's a Cambodian restaurant. They won a James Beard for their cocktail program a couple of years ago, and their cocktails really are
Terrific,
delicious
yeah.
and interesting and unlike kind of, I think, anything you'll get anywhere else. But the thing that they, I think, have kind of become known for outside of their cocktails is they make a version of a chicken karage, essentially, as an appetizer.
So, Cambodian fried chicken.
Basically, it is unbelievable. I don't know what they're doing to it. And it comes with this incredible dipping sauce, and it's just like a really perfect riff on that traditional Japanese style karage
Uh-huh.
and with some Cambodian flavors, and it was good. And our whole dinner, honestly, was delicious. It's the perfect place to go with a group. We had 6 of us, and we ordered, I think, every item on the menu for 6 of us, which was
Kind of like Ruby Bar. You can order every item.
admittedly slightly too much food, but if it's all served family style, you want to taste a bite of everything. So it's the perfect place to go when you have a few people, and it was really fun.
Oh, so
I'd
fun.
been a couple years ago, a year or 2 ago maybe, and I hadn't been back since, and it was really fun to revisit and just as good, I think, as.
So dial back on the chicken a little bit. You said it had some Cambodian flavors. What do you associate with
Well, now I want to look
Cambodian
it up.
flavors?
But it was a little bit spicy. Their whole menu is pretty spicy, so I would say if you are a person that cannot handle spice, it might not be the menu for you. But I think they call it like kemerage, so like their kind of riff. But it's Kroeung aioli, Kroeung,
Uh-huh.
and that is like a spice blend
Okay.
that they use in a paste that they use in a lot of their cooking, and they had put it into this aioli form, and so good.
You know, that the Thai restaurant up there, is it called Taiku?
Taiku, yes, so
It's
good.
really good, too, and can be spicy, but I like that place, too.
Me
Greenwood's
too.
got a lot of restaurants now.
Yeah, they
It's
really
a
do.
real
I
neighborhood.
drove past one that I had never even I've
I've eaten there quite a few times. What I like about it is, you know, there's very few places open late, especially on Mondays and Tuesdays
Mm-hmm.
when we're closed. So at the Palace Kitchens. So I sometimes stop there on the way home, and I think they're open till 10 or
Oh,
11
nice.
every night for dinner.
Wow. Yeah, it looked so cute lit up at night when
Yeah.
I went by there the other night. So I was like, I got to stop in there. There's that whole neighborhood is really, the
Well, across the street there's
bakery scene,
Lioness,
like Ben's Bread,
Ben's Bread.
Lioness. There's a Petite Pierre up there now. It's very cute. I
Yeah.
lived in that area 8 years ago now, and I wish all of that had been.
I know, it's
Had been
changed
there.
a lot. You know, I went up to, I have an old favorite up there, Yanni's.
Yanni's
And, you know, you've eaten there many times when you were
a
younger.
million
but
times, yeah.
They crack me up. You know, for COVID, they just closed down to go only. And, you know, a lot of people did. But as they've reopened, you know, I just never went because I'm not a to-go person that way.
Yeah.
You are. So finally going back, I went back one time maybe 2 years ago, and they were still, you know, 3 years after the pandemic, they were still closed only for to-go. I went the other night, maybe 2 weeks ago now, on a Tuesday night, and I walked in, it's like, where is everybody? It was open. She came right out. I've known them for years. I'm not trashing them. I'm just saying it was like such a disappointment because on Tuesday's to-go day only. No dine-in. It's like, how did I pick Tuesday night? I was really craving the lamb chops
Yeah.
with the kind of lemon roasted potatoes.
I love
And
their lemon
tzatziki.
potatoes there.
Yeah, exactly. And
Dang
such
it.
a bummer.
Yeah.
So I went across the street. There's that big restaurant that's in the old gas station up there on Greenwood.
Oh yeah, I don't.
It's
I
not a
don't-
restaurant. It's a bar.
Oh.
And you take food in from the neighborhood restaurants into the bar. So
Yeah,
I went
you
out to the
just- I had
taco
a hard
truck, got
time.
tacos. I know, exactly. I struggled. Anyway, it's Greenwood's a fun place. I would say, just like you do on we do on Capitol Hill sometimes, is go up, park once, and stroll.
Yeah.
Right? And pop in, drop in to all kinds of different places, have one thing at each.
Yeah. Have a cocktail and the
Have a
karage
cocktail at 8
Sofo.
different restaurants in
Yeah.
a row and go home sloshed.
Perfect. Don't drive.
Don't try.
Maybe Uber once.
Park your car and then Uber
Yeah.
to and from your car. Exactly. So, yeah, it's a hot neighborhood. I'm just trying to think. There was another place up there. There's that. I can't remember the name of it now. It's
Is
not-
that place we used to go to? That place, the Stumbling Goat. Is that
Yeah.
still open up there?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that's where
That's
Autumn
where
is.
Autumn is,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. All right, we got Bex a big show. What are you looking most forward to?
I want to see this ultrasonic knife and how it works.
What do you think's going to happen?
It's just going to be magic.
Magic.
Ultrasonic. It's like
it's gonna give me confidence
it's like
in
your
the kitchen.
toothbrush, right? Your sonic
Yeah,
toothbrush.
exactly.
Except it's a knife.
I've seen it online, but I haven't seen it in real action. So I'm excited Scott's here.
Looking forward to that. On Cairo Radio, You're listening to the Hot Stove Society radio show, 97.3 FM.
Sorry about the camera situation. So I
Rashida, you really took that camera out.
What happened?
It's just like not working.
It's not working now? Looks like, that's our shit right there? Oh, so it's all in blues?
See a real Oliver Stone influence.
Yeah.
And then what we'll do now, though, is we will have the camera on Scott because he's going to do the demo, and he'll be on for 2 segments.
Well, Scott probably should come back here and do it underneath this one, or not?
If it works.
Oh, that one's not up there.
Oh, this
Yeah.
one works.
Yeah.
That's better.
There we go. But it still
better.
needs to be. You've got the. It's good enough, but you do
Okay.
have that twice. So now
So we're on the radio, so we're going to watch you do this once, and then we'll be able to describe it.
You got it.
Okay.
But let's hold tight. Let's get him on so YouTube can see him. There we go. Excellent.
All right.
And you can move the chair away, whatever you need. Yeah. And
pixelated.
Scott,
Make sure that you, stay within like
Sure.
an inch of the mic.
You got it.
Well, we don't need him on the mic yet. We're just going to do a little practice.
for YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. It's knife show time.
Well, no. We're going to come back to the radio, but you're on live on YouTube, so
Okay.
you can just talk. Like,
So, yeah, show it, and then we'll start the
We'll
segment,
start again.
And then
You got
yeah.
it. Here it is. This is
6 years, huh?
6 years to make this the world's first ultrasonic chef's knife for home cooks.
Okay.
It looks like a knife. You already know how to use it. There's one button. You use it like a knife. And I can show you in the demo. It's sort of a little close-up thing that may not translate to the cameras here. So it's off right now, and I'm just going to kind of like rest the tip on there. And then when I turn it on, it just sinks right into the foods that we're cutting,
Uh-huh.
like it's nothing. And the whole idea here is that you want to be able to cut with less force and with less food sticking to the blade. So you can do all sorts of normal knife stuff with
All
it.
right,
You can-
stop.
yeah.
This will be fine. No, this will be fine for the radio, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But you do need to talk a lot closer, so we'll move that.
Oh, you got it.
All right. We're just going to start that all over again because I think that's fine for the radio because you're chatting well enough that they can hear it and people can see it. Okay. Welcome back to the Hot Stove Society show. The crowd is working for their breakfast this morning. I had warned them if they don't clap that they don't get breakfast, and boom, that worked. Scott Heimendinger is here. He's the founder of Seattle Ultrasonics, a beautiful white-handled chef's knife. Looks about like an 8-incher.
Yep.
8-inch chef knife. You are bringing this invention to the marketplace, and I can't wait to see it in action.
Thank you.
Can we first talk a little bit about you, though? What's your background?
Sure. I was originally supposed to make software for a living. That's what I went to school for. And I came out to Seattle to work for Microsoft. And although I never changed teams, you know how big companies kind of move you around, I ended up on the Excel team. And so I became ridiculously good at Microsoft Excel, which it turns out is a transferable skill to almost any industry. But I started food blogging, just like everybody and their mother started food blogging in the mid-2000s, and was writing this blog called Seattle Food Geek, combining my love for home cooking and my engineering brain. And then I read about modernist cuisine, Nathan and the giant...
That's where I met you. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, many years ago. And I changed careers. I left the stable and lucrative world of the software industry to go work in culinary innovation. And I got to do incredible work at Modernist Cuisine, building robots to help test the science of cooking, building wild camera robots to capture food in a new way, building things that nobody ever asked for, like a champagne sabering robot. And during that time, I launched my first startup, which was Sansaire, which is back in 2013, to help home cooks have access to sous vide. I then went on to help my former rivals, Anova, develop the first combi oven for home cooks. So like those combi ovens that you see in high-end restaurant kitchens.
By rationale, usually, or something.
Exactly, yeah. To take something that starts at $6,000 and make it $600 and make it accessible to home cooks. And for the last 6 years, I have been banging my head against the workbench at home trying to develop the world's first ultrasonic knife.
And the impetus was that you were struggling to get through a tomato? What?
My knives at home are just fine. I take care of them. I'm betting the knives in your kitchen are pretty good
You
too.
lose. Because I'm a buy cheap knives and throw them away when they're not sharp.
Okay.
I'm the worst knife sharpener.
But there were two problems. One is that most people's knives at home are not very sharp. They're pretty dull.
Right.
And if you really want to think about a proxy for this, think about the last knife you picked up at an Airbnb and the state that it was in, right? That's kind of representative of most of the world. And the second problem, the sort of larger problem, is that even great knives aren't getting any better. In other words, we have essentially maxed out or plateaued how good knife steel can get. It's gotten better over the last 100 years. You know, stainless steel wasn't invented until 1913. So you don't have to go back many generations until you see a huge difference in the knives that you can buy today at a place like Sur La Table versus the knives that our grandparents or great-grandparents had. But kinda we've maxed out. And that's very unsatisfying to an engineer, right? Like, it can never get better.
Yeah.
And one night I was scrolling through my YouTube algorithm and I saw a video of a commercial ultrasonic food cutter. Have you guys ever seen this?
No.
It's wild. It doesn't look like a knife at all. It looks more like a giant axe, like a stretched out axe blade, and it pushes through soft foods like Japanese milk bread or a log of mozzarella or even a tomato or pastries, and the food doesn't squish at all, even though this thing is not actually sharp. It's quite wide, and nothing sticks to it. It comes out clean from a sheet pan of brownies, and it looked like magic. And so I said, what the heck is this? And then I learned about that, like, this is the way when you buy a cheesecake at Costco and it's portioned for you, like, that's how they did it. So I wondered, could I take that, which, by the way, is tens of thousands of dollars and has a power supply, the size of an old computer, and could I shrink it into the handle of an ordinary kitchen knife? And it took 6 years to find out.
6 years later, there it is.
Yeah.
All right, show us how it works.
Sure. So it looks and works just like any other knife you have in your kitchen. You can hold it in a pinch grip. You can hold it like a tennis racket. You can rock chop. You can smash garlic. You can do all the things. But the one difference is there's a button on the handle here. And when you push that button, it activates a stack of ultrasonics. Back here, you can see the light turns on. There's a little light on the battery pack that shows you that it's on because you can't hear it and you can't feel it. It's not like your toothbrush that you can feel vibrating in your hand. But when it's on, the knife actually behaves sharper than it physically is. And, that's a slippery piece of tomato
Polished,
here. But
right? So
yeah, it's a mirror polish, but I've stuck a slice of tomato to the blade, which is just sort of hanging out there because I've got it at an angle. But when I turn it on, you see the food just wants to release right off. And so you get better food release, easier cleanup. It behaves sharper at any level of physical sharpness. The whole idea is for people at home who aren't sharpening their knives as religiously as a professional chef to have something that lets you have confidence every time you go to make a slice.
And it sliced the tomatoes beautifully. No smush at all. Just
No smush. We're in an echelon of sharpness here that is
Becky just gave you your new tagline, no smush.
no smush. Hashtag no smush.
Becky, do you remember when we were all making soup on Monday what I
Yes.
said, how I cut myself the worst?
yes.
Which is what? You don't.
By cutting
Carrots.
Cutting carrots. I thought it was
Because
the
why? Because your knife
you
it's-
put
takes,
so much pressure on it.
There's a little monotony in carrots. Like you
Yeah.
got a 25-pound bag of carrots in front of you. It's a little bit. You peel them. You're slicing them to a dice or whatever, and so it's monotonous. So you kind of lose focus a little bit. And then also with carrots, you're also putting more pressure on.
Right.
And so when you're going to slip, or you're going to twist the shoulder of the knife into your hand, is when, to me, it's on carrots.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
saying. It's when you're applying more force, when the knife slips, it slips with less control.
Right.
And that's when
You get
injuries
cut, yeah.
happen.
You're also, I think, more likely to harm yourself with a dull knife than a sharp knife. Because
Absolutely.
You're not
Yeah.
It's not
I
going
can
through.
do it either way.
I really liked, if you know Kathleen Flynn, she had a book out years ago. The title was "The Sharper Your Knife, the Less You Cry." And
Yeah.
I really like that.
And you probably have data on this, like 50% less force you need or something like, I watched your video.
That's right. Yeah. So we want to. I'm sort of a numbers guy, right? Going back to my Excel
Shocking.
roots, and so we actually measured how much does it help. And in the case of tomatoes in particular, you are initiating that cut with 50% less force when it's on than when it's off. And by the way, it's also a very sharp knife to begin with.
Okay, and now you got a red potato. So tell me, how does that work?
Same deal.
Same idea.
So it makes it really easy to cut. You get this improved food release. Foods don't want to stick nearly as much, and that helps speed up prep as well, so you aren't constantly clearing stuff off the blade. But it lets you make really confident, clean slices. If you want to slice thin, that's no problem. And again, you don't have to change your cutting behavior at all. You can use the same technique you've always used, but everything becomes easier. Partially, it's because of this sort of increased sharpness that you get from the blade.
How do people find you? Or how do people buy this knife?
SeattleUltrasonics.com.
Okay, and I went there, and I can't get it till March.
You can't
What
get
happened?
it to March. We had a great problem. We sold out the very first production run, which is super exciting. That production is underway right now. And so the second batch will ship to customers in March, and you can reserve your place in line right now for the knife and for the charging tile. Ooh.
Super sexy. Looks like it's made out of walnut wood.
It's actually made out of a solid block of mahogany.
But you don't need the block to charge it. That's just a choice.
That's a choice. If you want to, so it's a knife that has a battery. Of course, batteries need to be charged. And so all you have to do is pull it out, and it's got USB-C in the back. And so you can charge it with anything. This morning, we brought a knife with a low battery. And so we just grabbed a charger out of your purse. Thank you very much.
Yep.
But you can also, and this is sort of fun. When you pop the battery in, we'll see if this comes on the microphone. I'm just going to insert it right now.
Satisfying click.
Satisfying click and a little charge up sound for those of you that remember the disposable cameras, you know, that would charge when you clicked.
And give us the detail. What's the price?
Yeah. So how much would you pay for? No, I'm kidding.
I would, if I had to guess the price, and I have no idea, I would say $250.
$399. $399 for the knife and battery. Charging tile, solid mahogany, totally wireless, can mount on your wall with no drilling or sit on the counter, is $149. But if you buy them together, it's $500 for the pair, so you save a little bit of money.
$500 even up. Do I have to tell you that I want one, or will you put me in line?
I'm getting the wink and the nod.
Okay,
Yeah.
Good. I can go online and do it too. Loretta had asked for a knife for Christmas, so
I did have a new couple knives on my Christmas list because I am still using the
don't
knives.
say it. It was $49. She's using my set.
I
of
still have
knives.
one of those.
Do you?
Yeah, the old
Yeah, they're
Tom
still for
Douglas.
sale over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just saying.
Well, I like that next segment we're going to be talking with Scott about us home cooks and what knives, because you've had a lot of experience in
You
knife
know
work.
the knives now.
I do.
All right, good. We're going to be right back with Scott on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
Awesome. Thank you.
Let me grab a little.
Hi, Mike. That was great. That worked well.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Awesome.
Next time we'll tell Tom to guess $1,000.
You pass them around the audience and feel it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the Qualified Knife Project, because that's where the article where you had the robot and what it took to do that.
Okay, you lead that one because you've read it.
I'm going to sheath it up to pass it around.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great
Sign
to
a
be
waiver
here.
before we pass
Yeah,
it
right?
around.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We are back here in the Hot Stove Kitchen. We're all abuzz with Scott Heimendinger's new knife from Seattle Ultrasonics. Super fun. We're going to pass it around the audience. You can feel it. Please, we don't have time to take you to the doctor. Don't cut yourself for playing with that thing. What else do I want to tell you? Scott, you are a knife aficionado now because for 6 years you've been working on this knife, but not everyone can afford a $500 knife, right? Or a knife set. Becky?
So he's going to share with us what are the best knives for home cooks and how to keep them sharp for the holidays. But to start with, can you tell us about your Qualified Knife Project?
Sure. So as I mentioned, I used to work on the Excel team at Microsoft, so I'm sort of a data guy. When I went deep down the rabbit hole of knives for home cooks and chef's knives, you find all these best chef's knives guides out there. Everybody publishes one. Bon Appetit and Food and Wine and New York Times. Everybody has one.
The number one question I get here at the school.
Really?
Yeah.
Is which knife should I buy?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And
the other one was like, how come you're so handsome?
Constant barrage.
I'm surprised that wasn't the first question. Yeah. All these knife guides, this Best Chef's Knife Guide, they all kind of say the same thing. We got 20 knives and we chopped a bunch of onions and here's our favorites, right? And that's totally cool. That's great. And there's useful information in there. But I was so upset that none of these guides had any data at all. No numbers, no chart, no graph, no actual objective data on how these knives perform. And it's kind of silly because everything else we buy has data, right? You go buy an electric car, oh, here's the range and here's the speed. You buy a camera, here's the megapixels. But you buy a knife and you're just taking somebody's word for it that like this one is good. So I wondered, how could we bring data to a knife fight? Essentially. And I realized that in order to do this in a statistically valid, repeatable way, you couldn't just have a human doing these cuts because humans, we aren't that repeatable. You'd need a robot arm, and then you'd need like a slightly crazy guy to conduct these experiments. And luckily, I have a robot arm and some undiagnosed
slightly
OCD.
crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it sounds like testing a golf club. It's all robotic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it has to be replicable.
Every other industry has done this, but nobody in knives had. So I decided I would. So I bought 21 of the top recommended chef's knives from all these sites. I bought tomatoes, potatoes, cheddar cheese, carrots, and bread, and got identical samples of each. And I locked myself in my workshop, which is the guest room of our apartment, for 2 days straight, conducting over 525 cutting tests, gathered 100,000 data points, and analyzed them to see which knife actually performed the best on these cutting tests. That's the Quantified Knife Project. And then I publish all the data, totally open source, so anybody can take a look at it.
It's kind of fun to watch. So then, what did you find out for us home cooks? What would you
I
recommend
mean, we
for
can
us?
read it too, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
give us the Cliff Notes.
The first really interesting result was I thought that there would be a best knife in total. I thought one knife is it's going to ace kind of all these tests across the board. But that's not what the data showed. The data showed that there were some knives that ranked in the number one position for tomatoes and carrots and were really bad at cheese and bread, for instance. They were a little bit all over the board. That was really surprising. But in terms of the highlights, some of the ones that performed the best were the Shun knives. People are very familiar with. They're super sharp right out of the box. They're slender. It's a great all-purpose knife.
That's the company that made my knife set.
Oh, really?
For Amazon, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. They're a great company. Really sharp knives. One of the critiques you hear about those knives is that they can be on the brittle side because they're very high hardness. And that's not something that I tested in this test. Tojiro, Japanese brand, ranked really high in terms of performance per dollar. It was a relatively inexpensive knife. I tested from $17 to $300, and this one was around $100, maybe $120, but performed really well for the price.
All right. Now, how do we sharpen our knives at home when we don't know what we're doing?
I think the first step is to admit you have a problem.
Okay. Done.
Just like, when your dentist tells you to start flossing, right? The hardest part about sharpening your knives is starting to sharpen your knives, to get in the habit of it. There are a ton of methods out there, and after attending this, you will probably get ads for them in your Facebook feed. I'll start with the stuff that I don't generally recommend if you want to, let's say, be a little more serious about your knife sharpening. Those pull-through sharpeners that you just kind of, you pull it back and forth on a thing and you maybe go from coarse to fine. If you're at an Airbnb and you just need to bring the knife back to life long enough to cook one dinner, go for it. If you've got a nicer knife that you're really trying to take care of for the long run, don't use those.
I just bought one. They're
Did you?
terrible.
Yeah.
That's what I use.
Just the thinking about the sound that those makes me want to throw up.
Oh, I felt gratified because I thought I was doing good. But
It can be misleading. It's a blunt instrument that's ripping metal off the sides of the blade in the direction that you're pulling. And what you end up with is a burr. Basically, if you were to zoom into the edge of the knife, you'd see these tiny metal hairs on the edge. And so for a minute, the knife feels really, really sharp, right? You're cutting into that tomato skin, you feel like you nailed it. But those burrs aren't durable. Those hairs break off very quickly, and now you're back to dull almost instantly. Instead, I would recommend something that is making contact with just the edge of the knife at an angle that's, 15 to 20 degrees, so almost parallel to the edge. There are rolling sharpeners. They have some ergonomic problems, but the effect, the output is fine. The real pinnacle is whetstones. And maybe you've seen chefs do this, in particular sushi chefs. They've got a stone and they're rubbing the knife back and forth, and often there's water on that stone. That is the best way to treat your knives, and you feel connected to it. Your hands are part of the process and you get to feel it. But it does require some learning and some technique. If your knife is
patience.
And patience. And
You
patience.
really have to love rubbing that knife on that stone.
Yes. Yeah. If you can incorporate it as part of a new Zen practice in your
Yeah.
household, that's great.
Yeah, it's like raking a Zen rice
Garden.
trap, rice garden.
I use it as procrastination. So when I've got something I need to work on and I don't, I'll go, I better sharpen my knives. And I'll sit
I
there
really
at the
like
stones.
at a few of the farmers markets now. There's a stand and a guy, a professional, will sharpen your knives for you. So if you have a local farmers market, I know he's at Ballard. He's been at Magnolia, I think, a couple of times. But just pack your knives up and bring them to him and let him do
That's
them for
an
you.
amazing suggestion. Yeah, outsource is a great way to go if you want to keep your knives in good shape.
When I was walking the hills of Lisbon, which if you've ever been, Lisbon's got a lot of hills. But there was a guy who was riding a bike who had all these knives and a pack sticking out of the bike. He stopped in front of a restaurant, turned his bike upside down, used his rear wheel as the sharpening stone, and brought all the knives out from the restaurant, sharpened them, sent them back in, and then got on his bike and went on his way.
It sounds like a Portlandia episode. That's incredible. That's amazing. Yeah. Professional sharpeners know what they do. If you find Bicycle Guy, definitely use him.
Exactly.
Okay, I have a question. Have you put your knife in the robot arm against the 21 other knives?
Of course he has.
I have. But this is going to be a little teaser here. We will release the data shortly. I got to
Okay.
build up some suspense
Okay.
around this. But the one that we did release, 50% reduction in force for that tomato, and we are gliding right through with barely any effort. So, yeah.
I can't wait to see.
Great question. What's the weirdest knife you've ever come across?
Ooh. So we just came back from Japan, and we went on a little knife safari. We went to one of the knife towns. And have you ever seen the knives that they use to cut sushi? They're very long and thin. They kind of looks like a
got
small
one,
sword. Yeah. They're beautiful. And then you scale up to the type that they use to break down a whole tuna, which is like a full-size samurai sword. We went to a knife museum, and it had one of those, and I am not kidding. The blade of this knife went from you to me, like 10 feet
Wow.
of knife blade. That was pretty weird.
That's awesome.
I'm curious to know what you are breaking down with a knife that
You're
long.
breaking down a 300 to
whale.
500 pound tuna,
Yeah.
bluefin tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's enormous.
Or whale.
A whale.
Yep.
Yeah.
But a whale you wouldn't use that to find a knife on. I
shark?
don't think.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Maybe. Have you ever seen the knife for Rocky Mountain oysters?
No.
Oh,
Can't
this
wait.
is-
Yeah.
This is a. It's a
Actually,
specialized
Dr.
little.
Snip has one. 'Cause that's where I went to.
It's this curved blade. It almost looks like a ginkgo leaf. And for whatever reason, that's the ergonomic way to trim some bull testes.
I see that type of
Neuter
knife in Lebanon and Turkey, and all kinds of videos from that area. It looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah, but it must. I mean, you'd think there's sort of a Darwinian evolution to the
Yeah.
shape of their blades, so it must be doing something
I
for
think it's
them.
the power of tradition. This is what my dad, my granddad, and everyone's always used, so I'm going to use it. But it doesn't make sense to me because they rock it back and forth in a way that a chef knife would seem
Yeah.
so much easier.
But probably great for cutting a pizza. Just rock back and forth
Yeah.
through the slices.
I
Yeah,
don't know
we
about
use those Mezzaluna knives at Series 5 that are just two-handled and the curve, and I love when I get to use those on the
that. They
line.
get banged up, man.
Yeah.
You just pounding on that pizzas. They're going as fast as they can go, and yeah.
But if you've got like a cutting board full of parsley, it's a good way to
Yeah.
get started.
Okay, remind us again, Scott, where people can get signed up for your supersonic knife.
Find us at SeattleUltrasonics.com. Yeah, the lawyers will want me to clarify that it is an ultrasonic knife. SeattleUltrasonics.com or at Seattle Ultrasonics on social.
Okay.
It's also fun to just watch the video and see what you're talking about. It's pretty exciting.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. That was
Okay,
awesome.
Becky, what do we have next?
We've got Michael Tier from Pike and Western Wine Shop. He's going to talk supporting local, fabulous,
And the perfect wines for Thanksgiving.
perfect wines for Thanksgiving.
On Cairo Radio, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM. Thank you.
That was awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Next time, bring your enthusiasm a little more, okay?
Try.
Taylor, quit being so bossy. Oh, yeah? Who says that?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
How many people have already looked him up online and gotten in line for a knife?
There's a whole long line in the works. The thing people get excited about is ice cream scoops.
Ice cream scoops. Okay.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
Good. I've been trying to call your wife. She won't call me back.
She's been buried.
Buried.
Yeah. Member meetings, board meetings, meetings, and people, and members having issues. and
Yeah.
Staff not wanting to work. And,
Lovely.
yeah, she just loves the 35-hour work week. Especially when they take Friday off and then work from home on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy. Okay, so she's not mad at me.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Have a seat.
Okay.
Everybody does that. They wipe. It's not water. It's just, it's the plastic.
I
We've had
see.
guests do that too. They got to be washable.
Just so you know, I brought a little something to hand out to the crowd that I'll explain.
Okay.
Pamela didn't make me do this. I came up with this idea on my own.
Oh. Does
How
she
were
know?
your brown butter
I did
madeleines?
steal this idea from
Yeah.
her.
Delicious, aren't they?
I said, do you have?
And
She
now
says,
you have a little
Of
crispy
course.
egg
A snow globe.
on a French crepe of ham, cheese,
Okay.
and chard.
Okay.
Bacon fried egg. Oh, look who decided to show up for work.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Little fruit cup.
Yep. Good. Good for me.
Annie had a birthday yesterday, so she's a little hungover.
Happy birthday, Annie.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Did
okay.
you eat my birthday present, Annie?
I got a.
What was it?
Pickled herring. And a baguette.
Ooh, was it good?
And out of butter. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome. I love it. She doesn't like
Quiet
pickled
down.
herring, so
Oh,
I
okay.
bought her a big jar. I know she's too cheap to throw it away.
Exactly. That's so true.
Wow, it must be delicious. Rashida,
Okay.
they're eating it like it was their last meal.
Friday mornings are pretty mellow too. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right, we're going to head into our last segment of the first hour. Welcome back. It's the Hot Stove Society Show on Cairo Radio. Pre-Thanksgiving weekend. We've been busy doing all of our prep. I've made turkey stock, all sorts of goodness right now, getting ready for the big day. We've invited our pal and Loretta's godfather, Mike Tier from Pike and Western Wine Shop here on an annual basis to tell us about Thanksgiving wine. And I'll say my one thing I always say, it's not time to bring out your fanciest bottles of wine.
Absolutely not.
Too much nonsense going on, too many flavors going on. Bring out something delicious but juicy and goes with everything, a white and a red, and run with them all night long.
Right. The idea that there's a single wine that's best for Thanksgiving is something I refute
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
It's a time for, like I say, delicious, fruit forward. I would go lighter alcohol wines because you have a big meal. You might be drinking a little bit more than you normally do. So if you can find something, 13% or under, that's a good way to go. You get into the 14.5%, 15%. You'll be like all my relatives used to be when I was growing up, asleep on the couch quickly after dinner.
Well, my dad always broke out the Mogan David Concord wine, and one year he bought the Mogan David Mad Dog 2020, and my mother got lit up. On it.
Well, we all started
20%
somewhere.
wine.
Yes.
I think that's such a good point though, because often Thanksgiving it's a longer affair.
Right.
Sometimes you're starting at
Absolutely,
2 or
yeah.
3. You're not going to end till 7 or 8. You want to be able to have a few glasses throughout your time and not.
And drink some water in between.
Yeah.
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 My Thanksgiving class, pre-Thanksgiving kind of prep class that I did last week, I served the Ruggeri Dolcetto d'Alba, which had a high enough acid to kind of cut through gravy and all the richness that happens on the plate, but was also fruit forward. Worked out really good.
It had nothing to do with the daughters being in town, did it?
No. If I had known, I would have invited them.
They were lovely.
Good.
They were consummate professionals. They did our tasting bar. This is a family from Italy that we've worked with for years. Their parents used to come to Seattle a lot. You've met them.
Yeah.
And now the daughters are in their mid-20s.
We had lunch in their driveway of their house.
Right.
Yeah.
And they are great spokespersons for their winery. It's a small family winery, but they are pros, and their hospitality and graciousness made me walk out of the store Friday afternoon happy.
Yeah.
They did a tasting at Neb, and I heard it was awesome too.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about you have makers come into your shop, or what will the experience be for
Wine
those who?
club, yeah, all kinds
Tell
of-
us.
Well, Pike and Western is a owner-operated shop. We've been there just over 50 years. I've been there. This is my 45th Christmas and Thanksgiving at Pike and Western, holiday season. And we select everything personally. It's a team of 4 of us that taste everything. We reject way more than we bring in. We stand behind everything we sell. We look for a wide range of wines. We look for deliciousness, first of all. And we give emphasis to smaller producers, farmers, both local and imported. We sell a lot of imported wine these days. But we're just there because we're all passionate wine geeks. None of us took any wine classes. That's changed. These days it's more popular. But we learned by working in the wine business. Like Tom learned how to cook by cooking.
Yeah.
So we did the same thing. And so it's a very hands-on, high customer service. We'll talk to you for half an hour about a bottle of wine if you want. We have wine at all price ranges. We're not just expensive. We have wine clubs. We have discount clubs. which we could talk about in a minute. And we have tasting bars every Friday and Saturday, which are like our cheers moments when the regulars
Fun.
really come out and they make friends on our Friday tasting bar. Saturday's a little more tourist oriented or visitor oriented, but it's a great way to try wine that you maybe never would try without spending a lot of money.
Yeah. I love the fact that you get to know people's tastes because people have been coming to you for 20 years, right? Or
We
longer.
have second generation.
And so when you think about having your meat guy or your fish guy, you should also think about having your wine guy because
100%.
they start to know and respect where you're at and not necessarily being judgmental. Just like you like a $10 value wine or 15, whatever that number
Yeah,
is.
it's more like 15 now.
And you can figure that out and you keep them in mind when you're buying wine.
100%.
Yeah.
And because of that, we could end up saving you money. You're not going to buy a wine off the grocery store shelf that you never tried and nobody talked to you about that you just don't like because it's not what we always ask you. Give me an example of what you like. And we'll ask you a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
And it helps us form an answer that will hopefully help us select a wine that you'll fall in love
Yeah,
with.
marry that with what are you having for dinner and what
Yeah.
kind of wine do you
Also,
like? It's the perfect combination.
So many factors.
Yeah.
I like to say wine is the most complicated alcoholic beverage in many ways, but it's also the only one I'm passionate about.
All right, so tell us more about what's in your shop for this year.
Well, this year, it's an interesting year, as you may know. We've always been a strong local supporter, and in the local section, we've really made an emphasis this year to start seeking out and supporting some of the smaller, more farmer-oriented people that are popping up in Washington now. There's over 1,000 wineries.
1,100.
1,100 wineries in Washington. And we've never been able to support them all. Back in the day, we were the first people to support some of those who are now the superstars
Right.
of Washington wine. Leonetti, Woodward Canyon, Quilceda Creek, Cayuse, all of them we supported. And now we're looking for those next ones. And we're really focusing on a couple specific areas, parts of the Walla Walla Valley where there's a lot of smaller producers going in, and the Columbia Gorge, which is neither Washington or Oregon. We're kind of talking about it as its own unique appellation because it exists on both sides of the Columbia River, the Oregon and Washington side. And it's small production, but so they need our help. They can't get into the bigger stores. But there's some very interesting things going on down there. Very unusual and different wines.
What's your top winery out of that area?
In the Columbia Gorge, I have two. One would be our good friends James and Poppy at Syncline. They do make wines that aren't Columbia Gorge, but they do have a vineyard there, and they're making great Gruner Veltliners and Peak Pools and Gamay from their own vineyard. And the other one is on the Oregon side of the border, and that's Analemma.
Oh, I've been there. Love
Analemma
it.
is making, I think, some of the best wines in the Pacific Northwest. They're not inexpensive. He's a farmer. I mean, he's all organic and biodynamically certified. And he even makes a sparkling wine, or made a sparkling wine. He's not making it anymore, but we have it in the store. That if I gave you a glass of it, you might think it was champagne. But it costs like champagne. So it makes it a hard sell.
Yeah.
But he's a grower of other things. He brought us a bag of his cherries this year. Oh my goodness, they were like amazing. So we're excited about those kinds of areas. We also sell a lot of imported wine. France because we're big champagne lovers.
Sure.
Italy because we love Piedmont, and Pamela loves Chianti. So we have a broad range of things.
What's your favorite of all the bigger champagne houses? Because I know you love the grower champagnes, but they're not often available everywhere.
We do. That's basically all we sell these days.
Oh, really? So,
Yeah.
like, I'm a Roederer. Like, of the big houses, I'm a Roederer
I'd put
guy because
Roederer-
I visited there.
I'd put Roederer up there. I would put Biacart Samone up there too.
yeah, for sure.
Not just for their rosé, but I think the grower champagne movement has helped some of those medium-sized houses kind of up their game a little bit because they can't compete with the big houses either because they just don't have the volume. But Biacart Samone they make one of the world's favorite rosés.
Right.
But they make a lot of other great champagnes too, and you can find those around town.
Are you a start with champagne or finish with?
Start with, stay with, and finish with.
Perfect.
And if you can't afford champagne, what would be your next bubbles?
Well, there's so much good sparkling wine in the world these
Yeah.
days. There's some made in the Northwest. We sell a lot of Cremants from France, sparkling wines from Spain, some called Cava. Some aren't using that term anymore, that in the $20, $25 range. You can get really, really good sparkling wine. I think the sparkling wine movement in general is healthier and better quality for the money than we've seen in a long time. I think somebody said something interesting to me the other day, that of all the regions in the world that have maybe benefited from warmer temperatures that farmers around the world are dealing with, it's Champagne. And that means it translates to other regions that grow grapes for sparkling wine, because they're usually in the cooler, historically cooler regions.
Yeah.
Interesting. What did you bring with you today?
I brought, so, you know, I live with a marketing person, my wife Pamela Hinckley, who used to be
Our CEO, yeah.
CEO and produced this show, and she's rubbed off on me over the years. So one thing we have at Pike and Western that I think is unique is our Soul Wine Society, and it's a discount club. And it's for $50 a year, $150 lifetime. You can basically buy a 15% discount on all wine. What I'm going to pass out today is a basically, until the end of the year, little card that will allow any of you, if you bring it into the store, to get that 15% discount through the end of December for your holiday shopping.
Without joining the club.
Without joining the club. It's identified by a little snow globe on the back, so we'll know. We'll know
Very
that
sweet.
you were here, and it's a benefit for having come to the show today.
Perfect. Love
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
I hope it-
I'm going to ask you to stay for the next segment if you don't mind, because we're going to talk Thanksgiving stuffing
Oh, okay.
or dressing, because I don't stuff anything with it. And maybe you can pick our wines. You need a white and a red. You've already
Sure.
picked our champagne for dessert. I mean, for dinner.
You got it.
All right. On Cairo Radio, it's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM. How's breakfast out there? Good? All right.
Said that I think she's probably listening on her phone.
All right, we're back here in the kitchen on Cairo Radio. Happy that you've decided to join us today. We're kind of talking all things Thanksgiving. In this next segment, we are going to talk with holiday pies after this with Chef Annie. Eliza Ward's here with some panettone thoughts.
and a taste.
And a taste.
Bread
Oh,
pudding.
Awesome. And then, of course, wrapping things up with Food for Thought Tasty Trivia. We've asked Mike Tier of Pike and Western Wine Shop, also the godparent of Loretta.
Hello.
Hello. To come and kind of join us, talk a little bit about Thanksgiving. And Mike, I'm going to describe the menu, and then what I need from you is a red wine and a white wine that's going to go with everything. I'm saying in that $25 to $30 a bottle range.
100%.
You get your big Pike and Western discount if you get your club card of 15% on top of that. So basically, we're talking about a $20, $25 bottle of wine. So, Loretta, what's your favorite thing about Thanksgiving dinner? What should we make?
I mean, it's always the dressing.
It's always the dressing.
Yeah. It's always the dressing. I think that the dressing that I'm going to say we in our family make, though normally I'm not contributing much to it, is unique in the world of dressings, I guess, because it has the really big chunks of bread comparatively. Like when you get that Pepperidge Farm type stuffing, it all kind of combines into one dish.
And it's
more
basically white bread
casserole,
that's been-
casserole-y
Yeah.
almost, where it all
Like a
is
bread
mixed.
pudding.
Yeah,
Smushes
almost bread
together.
pudding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And ours is such distinct, big, nice chunks
Mm.
of bread and mushrooms and
It's literally the Como loaf from Grand Central
Yeah.
Bakery. It used to be our loaf when we made that kind of bread, but at the Dahlia Bakery. But now it's the Como loaf, which has a lot of structure to
Mm-hmm.
it, right? So,
it gives it a lot more texture, I think, or
Right.
more pleasant texture maybe than the kind of gummy texture that you sometimes get. And then, I mean, it's a vehicle for gravy. So
I have a thought about stuffing or dressing,
okay,
which is I know surprises you.
yeah,
There's a few thoughts, maybe.
'Kay.
Okay. So one is, if you're the type of, pardon me, Sean, if you don't mind fixing that. If you're the type of person that puts the bread on top of your refrigerator like my mother did and lets it dry out and go stale for a week, thinking that's the best way to make dressing, you're not
if
my
you
kind of
wouldn't
person.
eat stale bread, why would you eat it?
Why would you make a fresh turkey, for God's sake, or fresh gravy, or homemade mashed potatoes? Why not just buy everything at Denny's? You want old stuffing.
Okay, loud and
Okay,
clear. Here.
all right.
Okay.
The other thing that bothers me is when you're making the stuffing, I don't like to cut it up so it looks like Pepperidge Farm stuffing. So I don't like cubes.
Yeah,
I like torn pieces that look more natural. And when it cooks together in a casserole, it gets the nice crispy
you
edge
need all
and the
those
brown
craggy
top.
edges. If
All
you
those
have perfect
edges,
straight
yeah.
edges, they don't.
Yeah, you're not getting the bang for your buck. If people think you got it out of a Pepperidge Farm box by looking at it, you've lost the battle,
Yeah,
right? You have to
it's not
convince
supposed
them
to look
otherwise.
store bought. It's supposed to
So-
look homemade.
So, yeah, exactly. So, Mike, you've had our stuffing many times.
Many times.
And you've had
Look
our
forward.
gravy many times. I call it a sweet onion gravy because I use blackened onions as a base, and they give me that color that I'm looking for. Everyone thinks they're burnt, but they're not. It's got a heavy mushroom accent to it. I use powdered porcinis in it. I also use porcinis in my stuffing. One of the
Dressing.
things, or my dressing.
Dressing, because
Right,
you're not
I don't stuff.
stuffing it in the turkey.
There's no stuffing in my turkey. One of the things that I think about gravy is that it's not supposed to have its individual identity. I'm thinking about what it's going to work with on my plate. It's going to work with mashed potatoes. It's going to work with the turkey. It's going to work with the dressing or the stuffing. It's got to work with the whole plate of food. And so sweet onion gravy, it doesn't, when you eat it, it's more of a texture of like melted butter. Like you're getting that kind of accent texture. But
Silky. Yeah.
Silky, yeah, but it's not supposed to be the standout flavor of the plate. That's why you made a turkey. That's why you did all the work on your dressing. So, dark porcini mushrooms, little bits of sweetness from the dried cherries or dried prunes or apricots, whatever it is that you're using. A little bit of nut in there, either hazelnut or pecan. So it's got the dressing has got all these kind of ingredients. It's probably the most varied thing on the plate in my tradition.
In our house, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got the most kind of competing flavors. So if you're going to pair a red wine and a white wine with this, and I think sometimes people decide, I'm going to drink white wine all day, right? It was no problem.
Sure.
Where would you head with all that kind of flavor?
Well, with that dressing, it is a unique dressing. It's a delicious dressing. There's a lot of layers of flavors there.
And by the way, it's available in Tom's Big Dinners. That recipe.
It's
Oh, it is? Okay.
It's the King Bolitas stuffing,
Yeah,
I believe,
yeah.
recipe
Okay.
or dressing recipe. In
So
the
my
cookbook.
first suggestion with that would be red, and I'll go there first. And can I have two picks?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
No.
You have
One
red
pick.
and white.
One pick.
If you want another pick, you can pick a rosé.
Okay. You want a specific wine?
Sure.
Okay.
Something that you sell would be great.
Red wine. Our favorite, best-selling red wine in the store right now is from an amazing small Oregon producer, Evesham Wood. We've sold their wines for decades, and they've always had a good under $30 Oregon Pinot Noir that punches above its price point.
Right.
Well, as some of you may know, there's wineries that aren't selling wine and wine shops that aren't selling wine as fast as they used to. So we've seen some price reductions, which everybody thinks prices are going up right now, and there's a lot of that going on. But in the case of the Evesham Wood Pinot Noir, we've reduced the price because we're buying it cheaper, from $29 a bottle to $23 a bottle.
How do you
And
spell that?
Evansham Wood.
Evansham Wood, okay.
Evesham
Okay.
wood.
Thanks.
And it is at 29, it was a good deal. At 23, it's a screaming deal. It's a really great handmade Oregon Pinot Noir. It's not an industrial producer. He doesn't make 10,000 cases of it, and it would be great with that dressing. For a white wine, you want something with fruit and flavor. You don't want a light, crisp, like Sauvignon Blanc I wouldn't do. I'm thinking of another favorite Washington wine from Erica Orr. She's long made my favorite Washington white wine. Apologies to other white wine producers, but I love hers. It's a dry Chenin Blanc that she is specialized in. And it's crisp, so it'll cut through that silkiness you talk about.
Sure.
But it has some body. It has nice, almost apple fruit to it that will go with all
Yum.
the onions and balance the sweetness of the onions and
Yeah.
everything. And I love that. It's about $30 a bottle.
Right.
And it's really first rate.
And my inclination, if I was thinking about hosting Thanksgiving, is I would buy multiple of the same thing
100%.
rather than having 4 different red wine. If you need 4 bottles of red wine, like I would buy 4 of the same probably rather than 4 different. Is that where you would go to?
I think keeping it simple on that day is best. People, I mean, when I was growing up and bringing wine to Thanksgiving after I bought, people would drink whatever I brought. And a lot of people aren't big wine drinkers, but Thanksgiving is the day they do drink wine. So just give them a couple choices, and they're gonna.
It's also to
If
me,
you
if
buy it
you're
from us,
hosting
they're
and
gonna
you're
love
walking
everything.
around and like topping people's glasses, knowing that what they have is what you have also, and you're not pouring, one
your own
thing on top
Meritage?
of another. I think is nice if if you have enough people that you're kind of serving them as the host.
Yeah, for big gatherings, I think choose well, but choose fewer.
Okay.
And I think it's safe to say we would blow our budget if we're going to blow it on Thanksgiving on the champagne starter when things are.
You don't have to. You really don't have to. For $25 a bottle, I could get you good sparkling wine.
Yeah.
I mean, but for champagne these days, it's gone up a bit. They start kind of in the mid-50s for our lowest price grower champagnes, but they're delicious. But you have lots of options. Lots of options.
What about going to a party and you want to bring a host gift, a gift for the host, but not something that they're going to open up that day? What
You
is
should
it?
never expect the host to open your wine.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, my first question would be, do you know what they like or know if they've traveled anywhere where they came back and said, oh, I had such a good time at this place in Italy or this place in France or this place in Spain.
Okay.
And then you could give them a bottle that maybe has a little meaning to them. I think that's an important way to go and a nice way to go. Otherwise, I tell people, if you don't know anything, buy something that you think is really delicious,
Okay.
that you can tell them that you love.
I love this wine. Yeah.
So
And
have a
then-
story to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's got to be some little story, not just here's a bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll ask you those questions to help you find that wine.
Another thing I do is I put a little tag on it that just says thanks for hosting so that they know and I put it usually when you walk in, put it in a separate space.
Yeah, unless you've been assigned the wine, like
Yeah.
you're bringing red wine to this, you're bringing white wine to this, unless you've been assigned the wine, you should never expect a wine that you brought to be served that night.
Right.
And I love the tag because sometimes people will put it in their cellar, with that tag on it, and you're gonna pull it out 3 or 4 months down the road, and you'll be like so pleased to see that little note on it.
All right, so the last wine of the night would be for my mother, who is gone now, 2.5 years, but she loved herself some Moscato d'Asti.
Right.
Or some people would buy Asti Spumante, same idea.
Moscato d'Asti is actually the perfect way to end a big, heavy meal. Oftentimes, we will be presented a bunch of Italian wine, Piedmontese red wines, and we finish with a Moscato, and it always tastes so good because it's low alcohol. You've already been drinking, you're eating a lot. It's light, it's fresh. It's like biting into a fizzy peach.
Yeah, it's a little effervescent.
But very delicate. It's not thick and heavy. It's we saw a ton of it, and
Yeah.
I've even your diehard wine geeks will like a glass of Moscato at the end of a meal.
Okay, so that's a good one to have on hand.
Yeah, we always have it
Yeah.
on hand. There's other sweet wines too, but I go for the Moscato because it is lighter. You don't want to, because other sweet wines can be a little higher in alcohol. The Moscato is utterly refreshing.
And I also, it comes oftentimes in half bottles, which I kind of,
Not anymore.
oh, really?
No. Half bottles have kind of gone away.
Huh.
I don't know. I think the glass shortages during COVID might have impacted that. But it's 5.5% alcohol. You need a full bottle. I mean,
Drink
Come
it
on.
yourself. Awesome. Thank you, Mike.
thank you very much.
I'll see you on
Happy to be here.
Thanksgiving.
Go down and check
See you
out Mike's here
Thanksgiving.
at Pike and Western Wine
Hope
Shop.
to see many of you down at the shop.
Yeah,
The
thank you.
market is pretty easy to get to these days.
Yeah.
Can I just say that?
Sure. Especially it's wintertime.
Well,
We know. We have
You
restaurants
may
down there.
see signs saying roads are closed, but they're not.
Yeah.
You can drive down Pine or Stewart. Parking has been plentiful in front of my store.
Excellent.
So just a word about that.
I will be there this afternoon.
All right, up next, Holiday Pies with Annie Elmore on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society Show. Are you coming up here?
All right, well, I'll probably be down this afternoon.
So, poor Rashida had to do it all herself, huh?
It was not my fault. I wanted to be here early, but the bus situation was very difficult this morning. The longest bus ride from Seattle to West Seattle. Or the other way around. It's like an hour
You
and
should
15
think about
minutes.
moving towards civilization.
Just across the river, water.
All right.
You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide how I want to. Leave it alone.
Is he okay? What? Is he okay?
Hey. Here we go. It's Chef Annie Elmore, Executive Director of the Hot Stove Society Show on Cairo Radio.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's always fun. I'm glad you could make it to work this morning.
It's not my fault, by the way. It's the bus system.
It's the bus system.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know, they have earlier buses, too. Than later.
It took me an hour and 15 minutes, so I think that's pretty early right
All
there.
right.
yeah.
All right, Annie, we do a lot of pie classes here.
Yes, we
I
do.
think you have one coming up, don't you?
I do in December. I don't know why I never thought of this, but in the past 3 years, we did Thanksgiving make and take pie classes, and I was like, I'm so stupid. Why didn't I think of doing one for Christmas?
And they
too,
always
yeah.
sell out too.
Yeah, so then we started doing one for this Christmas. So Bridget always teaches the Thanksgiving one, so I'm taking on and teach the Christmas one.
December 23rd at 11:30.
And
Yeah.
tell us what's kind of special about it. What people get to go home
So-
with. And
Yeah, so people come in, they get to make and take a cocoa cream pie, Tom's world famous cocoa cream pie, and also hot butter rum apple pie, which we just served at Tom's Thanksgiving class last week.
I heard it was amazing.
It was really good, and it's actually, I used to hate apple pies a lot until I actually ate Tom's pie.
Oh,
Wow. And now
she
I
obviously wants a raise.
know it is December, right?
She's looking for her holiday bonus.
So I, like we already doing pumpkin pie and cocoa cream pie for Thanksgiving. So I thought I'd do something different. So we're going to do apple pie and cocoa cream pie. So people get to take home a pre-baked cocoa pie shell that already baked off from our bakery. They get to learn on how to make the custard here, because that's the one thing that people are always having a difficult time with. We're going to send them home with shaved white chocolate, toasted coconut, and then they will get to learn on how to make the pie dough for the apple pie, and then they get to make the apple pie filling home, and then just assemble that on pretty much the day of and bake it off and serve it to their guests.
Yeah. So the apple pie, is it the hot butter rum apple pie that we're
Yes.
going to make?
Yes.
So let's talk through that for a little bit. We made it twice last week.
Yeah.
One of the things we do at Hot Stove all the time is we have tasting panels, right? So
That's right.
We'll bring in 5 or 10 different apple varieties.
Mm-hmm.
We'll taste them all, and then we'll bake them all.
Yeah.
The same temperature, peeled, ready to go, and we'll decide how they react
Yeah.
in the filling, because I hate a too sturdy of an apple in my filling.
I
don't,
do
I
too.
don't want a crunchy filling.
Yeah, I think that's why I hated apple pies in the past, because all the one I had were like that.
Uh-huh.
But I don't like it too mushy, like saucy
but
either.
if you're going to choose, to me,
Yeah.
I'd rather have a little bit more saucy than too crisp.
Yeah.
So what was your solution? I thought it was brilliant, because when we tried them, we came up with the Select Crisp or Star Crisp or something was just too hard.
Yeah.
It did not break down at all in the oven.
Yeah, Evercrisp, I
the
think.
Granny Smith and the Macintosh, the Macintosh just
Like-
literally blew up. It turned into applesauce.
You couldn't even see it was
in
an
10
apple
minutes.
anymore.
Yeah,
it was just a pie
It
of
looked like
mush.
applesauce on the sheet tray.
Yeah, it was.
So you did a combination to get the combination of a little bit of firmness,
yeah.
but I liked your little trick of slicing them thin, the crisp ones, slicing
Yeah.
them thinner.
Yes. So, in the past, we've done this class with Tom before, and 2 years ago, we did all opal apples, and it didn't really hold, it held its shape, but it kind of breaks down a lot.
So it's
it
like
did-
an applesauce pie.
Yeah. But it's opal apple's really sweet too.
Yeah.
And we want a little bit of that acidic in there. So 2 years ago, we came up with Cosmic Crisp and Granny Smith. The Cosmic Crisp has a lot more firm texture. So we slice it a lot thinner. And then the Granny Smith has, we slice it thicker. And it adds that acidity, that tartness in the pie, as opposed to just completely sweet pie.
Never would have thought of doing that.
Yeah, so we thought that combo was so perfect, so we did it again this year. And some people actually left the class and said that was the best apple pie they ever had,
Oh.
thanks to me.
Thanks.
And
So you're doing 2 or 3 apples?
We did half and half.
Half and half.
Yeah.
This time, yeah.
So 1 pound of each, pretty
1 pound
much.
each.
Yes.
Cosmic Crisp and Granny Smith.
Yes.
What I love about the Cosmic Crisp is it doesn't oxidize. You can cut it
Yeah.
a couple hours before you need to use it.
The problem is it turns brown when you bake it, so
Oh,
it
okay.
really doesn't. That whole
But for
oxidation
a
thing,
cheese,
I
but for a
understand.
cheese tray
You're
or
meant
Cheese
to-
something.
board.
yeah.
Think
Yeah.
cheese
So
board
it
in
doesn't
that
matter
scenario.
in
It doesn't
apple
matter in
pie.
the
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, the mental of putting brown apples.
I know,
into
but
it.
when you go to the store and buy apple juice, what
It's
color is it?
brown,
It's brown. When you
yeah.
buy applesauce, what color is it?
Brown.
Yeah.
Brown or fake. If it's been bleached, right? It could be fake
Except
yellow.
if they make your applesauce, the ruby applesauce or the rosé one, where
Uh-huh.
it actually turned pink
Turns
because you
pink,
cook
yeah.
the peel with it, and then you strain it in the food processor or the food mill to get that redness from the peel, and it turned beautiful pink.
So when I was watching my mom and my grandma make apple pies, they never pre-cooked the filling.
Oh, interesting.
So it's just you just toss the apples with flour and some
Mm-hmm.
sugar and put some butter and pop cinnamon, pop it into the shell, bake the whole thing. We kind of give a 10-minute pre-cook on the filling,
Yeah.
and then chill it down
yeah.
so that you don't melt your pie crust when you put it into the pie
Exactly,
crust.
and it also cut down the cooking time too, because you already helped the apple to cook off a little bit, so that way it kind of like almost halfway already. If you add in raw apples, it's gonna take a lot longer for it to break down because there's nowhere. It's not in direct heat like the crust would be.
Do you
Right.
par bake the crust?
No,
No.
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 But we bake it on a pretty high temperature, 475 or 375, right?
Yeah, I do my 375
In
Tom
convection,
convection,
So
so
it's
it'd be 400.
closer to 400.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people go at 350.
Yeah.
What I liked about that, when I picked up Annie's pies that she had made for our class, I could literally turn it upside down and pull the pie tin off.
Oh, nice.
And it held its shape. The dough was cooked that
Yeah.
much.
There's
And
no wobbly or anything.
no raw pie
Yeah.
dough. Yeah.
No soggy bottoms.
What's the other trick to good pie? I can tell you one. You want to hear it?
crust?
Well, the crust is great. You do the lattice crust, so it has a natural vent to it.
Yeah.
So using a pie bird is a possibility of an old-fashioned ceramic pie bird right in
Yeah.
the middle of your pie to release steam.
Yep.
The other thing is you cannot put the pie in the oven at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock thinking you're going to have a warm pie
No.
for dessert, right?
You can't
I understand
cut
what
it
you're
in.
thinking.
Yeah, you can't cut into it
But
either.
it doesn't set. It needs
Yeah.
time to set. You can even make it the day before, and it'll be a much better
Yeah.
pie.
And reheat it.
So because the pectin will form
yep.
the thickness of the interior, and then when you slice it, you actually have the pie that stays in its slice,
Yeah.
rather than dripping out the sides of the
Yeah,
slice.
that's true.
And which sogs out the crust too. So
Yep.
And could you use your kind of filling method with something like a Dutch apple pie style if somebody prefers that crumble top to the double crust?
I think you can.
yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally, I don't really like the crumbles on my pies ever. I like the double crust. I just love the crust.
Well, I say you sign up to bring pies to your Thanksgiving, and you take the Annie's class, and then you do show up to your party with 2 of these beautiful pies. Hot.
Honestly, it's a steal comparing to if you were to buy pre-made pies
Yeah.
from across the street, and you get the recipe packet to take home and make it next year, and you get to take home 2 pies.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
Tuesday, December 23rd from 11:30 to 1:30.
Thank you.
We
You
just
know, go ahead.
we just have 2 minutes, and I wanted to do a
Okay.
little Thanksgiving roundtable, lightning
Okay.
fire. If you guys ready for that? Okay. We'll start with Annie. Dark or white meat? What's your pick?
Oh, absolutely dark.
Okay. Loretta?
White.
Combo.
Ooh. Mashed or au gratin potatoes?
Mashed. I ate a lot of that during my pregnancy, and I never went back.
I like either. We do like the Hasselback au gratin usually. It's pretty good.
Mashed.
Mashed.
I've
Okay.
never done an Hasselback.
Green bean casserole or Brussels sprouts?
Green beans, not
Brussels
from the
sprouts.
can.
My mother-in-law would take the green beans out of the can and cook them for 5 hours.
Oh, mush. So you're not
I'm a Brussels sprout.
Brussels
person.
sprouts.
With
This
chard,
time of
roasted
year,
chard,
yes.
This time of year, yeah.
cranberry sauce. Is it necessary?
No.
Yes, canned.
Uh-oh.
It's not necessary, but definitely not canned.
Is there a place for mac and cheese at the Thanksgiving table?
No.
Yes.
No.
Even with your
Yes.
kids? Okay.
Oh, you're so gross.
Oh, so
Traditional
gross.
dish you could live without.
What is it?
Traditional dish you could live without.
You could live without
Oh. Cranberries?
cranberries.
Sweet potatoes.
Okay. Favorite thing to do with leftovers?
Sandwich.
I like to make like a hash almost with the leftover stuffing and chop up the turkey. and
Oh,
then
I
top
like
it with
that
gravy.
idea.
And then I drizzle my extra gravy on
Yeah.
it. 'Cause
Yeah.
we
With
never
the eggs?
always have
No.
extra gravy.
No
eggs for me,
eggs?
but
Yeah. No, it's a good combo.
Classic roasted turkey or spatchcock?
Classic.
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 What a waste of time that spatchcock.
What's your go-to beverage for pairing with a feast?
Wine.
Bubbles.
Wine.
Well, thank you for playing.
Yeah.
We'll end up with that.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Eliza Ward's going to come up with panettone for your breakfast on Thanksgiving or Christmas or the whole holiday season on Cairo. It's the Hot Stove Society Show, 97.3 FM.
Sorry, Nico, I didn't see you. All right.
Oh, you got it this year, huh? Bonaventura. How many did you get? How many is the same ones from last year? When are they baked? All summer long and then packaged in the fall? Oh, is it?
So you're not selling 45 of them to Tom?
My set designer.
So yeah, we have a lot of your favorites, Tom. We have a lot of those. I know which one of your favorites.
Looks like you're in a good position with the mic.
Yep, I gotcha. I'm actually gonna try to sit up straight this time.
You made what?
That bread pudding. It's it's from the
We
this
should
one.
Do they have copies of the recipes too?
From what?
It's from this guy.
Can you get a copy of the recipes from Miley?
It's her recipe. Oh, sorry. It's hot.
Wasn't expecting it to be that hot.
I can't taste it because it's
I
the most
can't
eggy
either.
dish you could come.
It's
So
good,
I
right?
didn't freestyle
How'd
it.
you do?
I followed your instructions.
Maybe cooked a little longer.
Yeah.
A little rare.
It looked that way.
Is it cool?
Is this gonna stay up?
Yeah.
It should set out for a while before you pull it out.
Let's talk panettone. Why don't we here on the Hot Stove Society show in Cairo? I'm Tom Douglas.
I'm Loretta Douglas.
We're at the Hotel Andra in downtown Seattle, and we've invited our friend that I drive by her shop every day, multiple times a day,
Good
on my way
morning.
from North Ballard to our restaurants in downtown.
Yeah.
Chef Shop.
Hi.
If you know where the Magnolia Flyover is, it's kind of right in that big intersection right there,
Yep.
next to the Seattle Fencing Club and
Hot
Holy Mountain Brewery.
Yep.
And what?
I was going to say Hot Stove Society, but I meant to say Holy Mountain.
Holy Mountain.
Holy Mountain,
And then
too.
there's, I think, Log Cabin Distillery is there, right? So
It is, and Dantini's Pizza.
I don't know about Dantini's.
It's good. It's really good.
Good. All right. Tell us,
Okay.
Eliza, as I told you before the show, I had my not a good panettone experience for breakfast this morning. Jackie had bought one at a grocery store, and I generally don't buy them at the grocery store, although at Met Market last year I saw a brand that you also carry, which was a surprise. But generally, I don't buy them at the grocery store because they're not the quality that I want.
Yep.
They're the price point everyone wants, but they're not the quality that I want.
Right.
So I tried it, and there was a good reson why it's not going to make my
So you're
Christmas
coming back,
list.
right? You're coming back
Yes.
to me. So yeah,
Well, it wasn't me, I swear.
Yeah, I mean, I think last year we went over this and we went through our 3 top makers of panettone last year and about what the difference is between a quality panettone and a non-quality panettone, and it has a lot to do with the amount of butter and the amount of eggs in there, both of which are very expensive ingredients.
Eggs and
So-
egg yolks, too, right?
and yolks, yeah. I think the other thing is the style of panettone. So the northern tradition is a fairly simple panettone with some candied fruit, maybe an almond glaze, or raisins typically in a traditionale. But panettone is now being made everywhere in Italy, and as the farther south you go, what I've noticed, the sweeter and sweeter the sort of combinations become. So you get panettone like the one you bought that is filled with pistachio cream and has a milk chocolate or a white chocolate glaze on it or a sugar glaze on it, and it just gets too sweet in my mind. So I
yeah,
try to avoid those.
The it did have a pistachio cream. I was a little surprised that it was needled in.
Yep.
Because I didn't think it through, I guess. But when I looked them up online to see if that's what everyone does, a lot of people do that.
It is, and we have some that are like that too.
Yeah, but there were no nuts in it. It was just the cream, and it was like eating a big mouthful of icing in the morning,
Yeah.
like a pistachio. It was just not good.
Yeah, and if you want your panettone in the morning, which is typically not always, well, there's lots of ways to eat panettone.
Toasted, baby.
Toasted.
Salted butter.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Maybe a little clotted cream on top or something.
No.
No.
That's okay.
No, you like a plain. I mean, like this morning we made bread pudding, which is a great way to use your panettone if you're going to come down and buy a bunch and you want to use it in lots of different ways.
Yeah.
French toast, typical.
That's a good one.
But there's also lots of ways to serve it. You could drizzle it with balsamic. You could have it after dinner with your aperitif. You can, there's lots of possibilities.
Yeah.
So would that pistachio one be good for dessert?
The one I bought, no, I wouldn't buy it again.
It wasn't
Yeah.
from
It's too sweet.
Eliza. Okay.
So, interestingly, the panettone we're featuring today is actually a Sicilian panettone, but it's not your typical Sicilian panettone. It's a less sweet type. Usually the Sicilian panettones are more like what you experienced.
Yeah.
This one just has candied organic blood oranges from Sicily in it, and a touch of olive oil, which gives it kind of a unique little something.
Right. This happens to be my favorite.
Yeah.
The one that you brought today. Not
Yeah.
that you would care about what my
I
favorite is,
do.
but Bona Fortuna.
Yeah, so Bona Fortuna is a great company. They mostly produce olive oil, and I brought the olive oil today to show off the olive oil that's actually in the panettone. It was founded by this guy, Steve, who went back to repurchase his grandmother's original farm. Found it, searched for it. It's in Caroleone, Sicily, and then has sort of refurbished it into first an olive oil grove, but then he has sort of branched out into other products and growing other stuff besides olives. And he's now sort of going beyond that and looking at all of Sicily in general and trying to support a lot of the artisan producers and small growers in Sicily.
When you fly into Sicily, it's such a shocker, right? The whole island is netted for agriculture.
Yeah, it's like everything's gone. Or like,
No,
even
it's not gone, netted. Like
netted.
everything is covered. Everything they grow generally is covered from the hot sun.
Yes.
Shaded.
Yeah,
a
it's
touch.
getting hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
And you find a lot of the producers down there don't actually live there.
Oh, really?
They grow there, but then they live up north.
Because it's too hot.
It's too hot.
Yeah.
So, their workers will stay there, but they will often be elsewhere.
So this Bona Fortuna, B-O-N-A, and then F-U-R-T-U-N-A. It's gorgeous packaging, which is what suckers you into panettone oftentimes. It's not cheap. I want to say it's like $65 or $75. Is that right?
I think this one's $56.
$56.
It's a deal.
It's a deal at Chef Shop, yeah.
It's a deal. So this year, one of the issues that we're having, like last year, I brought 3 different producers, and all of them from up north. One of those producers were not getting their cakes this year due to the tariff situation. That sort of fell through, so Bona Fortuna really came through for me with some replacement cakes because I didn't find out until October that we weren't getting them. But also we're
that
having...
hurts.
I know.
It's a big nut for you.
It is. And we had already pre-sold a bunch, so yeah, we've been working hard to we worked hard to find a replacement that was probably one of my favorites as well. The one we're not getting is the lemon, which is everybody's sort of annual favorite. But this is a nice replacement for it. And we then have our big event after Thanksgiving, which everybody should come down for, but we will have a fewer flavors this year.
Yeah.
So we'll probably open other types of traditional cakes, like some of the ones I brought today, like Panforte from Siena, the Bolo de Miel from Portugal. We'll have a traditional American fruitcake open and a few other things. So there will be plenty to taste.
I love a fruitcake. Your mother makes a good
I know.
fruitcake bar that she kind of hybrided from a Martha Stewart recipe, which was probably hybrided for somebody else. But it's a delicious fruitcake bar, and I love them. And then everyone, when I talk to people about fruitcake, I hate fruitcake.
Maybe they haven't had a real one, though. It's kind of
Yeah.
like canned
They've
beans
had the
versus
Lions Club one. That
Yeah.
they're trying to help blind,
Yeah.
blind people, and they're just doing it for charity, and then it sits in the refrigerator for 14 years, and yeah,
Is it
Well-
in your Dahlia cookbook,
I
Jackie?
think so. The
Yeah.
Dahlia
They're
Bakery.
so
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're such a good holiday dessert too.
Yeah.
Good booze. Slice it thin.
No, it's more like a bar. I would call it a fruitcake bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like the Panforte better than the
Panforte is not a bar.
What is
That is
Panforte?
dense, right?
Okay, so Panforte is just pressed fruit and nuts,
Oh, I know what it is.
similar to an American fruitcake, but less bready generally.
Less what?
Bready.
Yeah.
Little less. There's a little bit of wheat in there for those who are gluten free. Unfortunately, I am, but sometimes I make exceptions for Panforte.
And fig is a classic one, right? You see the big
Fig or
pieces in there.
dates, yeah. Fig.
Fig or dates.
And so
Almonds.
almonds, exactly. And it comes from Siena, and it's delicious. There's different flavors. We have a fewer flavors again of that this year too, unfortunately, but very tasty.
And how do you serve it?
Just slice it. Like it depends on the Panforte. The margarita, which is the typical one, has dusted sugar on top, powdered sugar, that comes in a little packet and you spread it on top. And then there's other flavors that don't have that added sugar, so they're a little less sweet. So if you want something a little less sweet, a couple flavors that we didn't get this year, like the Nero, have like cocoa dusted on top. So it depends on your palate. But the margarita is a blonder one and fairly the most popular one.
The one I had in Siena was a chestnut Panforte,
Oh,
made with the kind of candied chestnuts and maroons.
Yeah.
Marones, I guess the Italians would call them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very tasty.
What's
Very
the shelf
sweet,
life?
though. Well, for panettone or Panforte?
All of it. Yeah.
Say
'cause-
Panforte lasts forever.
Okay,
It was
s-
sort of developed, hundreds of years ago as a way to travel with your fruit. It's like it's like a power bar. It'll last pretty much forever. Although I think the dates on these are like a year out. Panettone really varies. Some of the commercial ones that we typically have from the north have a few things added to make them last longer. So
Okay.
typically the the Italians want the panettone to last through Easter, or that's the date they will put on it because they want you to buy the Columba for Easter. But in reality, it lasts much longer than that. This one has none of those additives, so this one has a shorter shelf life on it. So you want to think about it when you buy it, how you're going to eat it. Because you may get tired of just having it plain and you want other types of.
I've kept it for a month. I mean, they
Oh,
still have a
easily.
good shelf
Easily
life
for a month.
after it's been open. Yeah.
But I've opened panettone that are a year old,
yeah.
and they're still edible. They're still pretty good.
or turn them into bread pudding.
Exactly, or turn it or freeze them.
Or freeze
That's
them.
very common.
That's a lot of real estate.
Pre-slice. If you're going to freeze,
Oh, okay.
pre-slice.
Good
That's
Yeah,
point.
key.
pre-slice. But yeah, that's a really good question. Like I've never frozen personally a panettone, but I know my
I'm
customers
sure
do.
to be fine. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
got enough fat in there. Anything with that much fat, like I would freeze beautifully.
Yeah, like
'Cause that's just
Just in cryo.
just
Tom
in
in
cryo,
cryo.
yeah.
That's one big freezer.
that's pretty funny.
the. I just grossed myself out. I really
Pre-sliced
like
or
the
the whole
idea of this, like little bit. It's not a super sweet bread, but a little bit sweeter bread, toasted with a drizzle of the olive oil instead of butter and some
Sea
flake
salt?
salt.
Yeah,
Flake salt
that would be
as well.
delicious. The one thing you do need to be aware of is because there's a little sugar in there, it's going to toast up faster.
It really does, especially
it-
the ones with icing on top.
Oh, yeah, well,
It'll
forget
burn
that.
your fingers off.
We do have ones with chocolate, which for the bread pudding would be great too. You get those little melty bits of chocolate in there.
I just love that, it is the gift in itself, right? The packaging is beautiful. It doesn't need anything. It's a perfect host gift.
Yeah.
Perfect host gift.
It's
Yeah.
it's
So-
seasonal and beautiful and
Yeah, so come on down after Thanksgiving. We have a lot of the Bona Fortuna in particular because that was our replacement cake for the 900 cakes that didn't show up.
900.
Yeah, thank
Wow.
you. Thank you, tariffs.
Do you mostly sell online or through chefshop.com or
You can
in
do
person?
both. We put a lot of our flavors up for pre-order, and I allocate about 90% of the inventory for pre-order before they show up. And so a lot of the pre-order allocation is sold out. We'll have a few units in the store, but I would say if there's a particular flavor you want and you're local, come on down early, like on Friday.
Yeah, don't wait till the week before Christmas. Your
No, we'll be
selection will either be gone or limited.
limited. Yep.
so 1425 Elliott Ave West, chefshop.com.
Yeah, that's us.
Thank you,
All right.
Eliza.
Go say hi to Eliza.
Yeah.
She's going to stick around for a little trivia, I believe.
Yes, she is.
Good. I need fresh meat. Because I've been getting my butt kicked lately. Thank you, Becky.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Up next, it's Food for Thought Tasty Trivia, brought to you by Rub with Love Spice Rubs. Skyro Radio 97.3 FM. All right, can I buy one of these?
Everybody does. I know, everybody does. I know, everybody does say the paper. Or they cry when they throw it away. One or the other.
Have you ordered for the manager party? What?
That's Panforte.
Actually, that's the the bolo de mel.
You can pass that along with it. Yeah.
That's why traffic was so bad. 99 was closed.
Oh, was it?
The tunnel.
Oh yeah, the tunnel is a
Somebody
disaster.
crashed or
Power outage.
they couldn't collect their tolls, so they closed the tunnel.
27 years.
But from West Seattle, that's why Annie
Yeah.
couldn't.
That tastes real gingerbready.
It's like a gingerbread.
Take a piece and pass if you would. You can use your fingers. It's okay. We're all friends here. I think. All right, time to wrap this baby up. Food for Thought, tasty trivia coming your way on Cairo Radio. It's the Hot Stove Society show. And Bex, what do we got going here today? I know it's brought to us by our newest Rub with Love retailer, Mr. Walrus in Pacific
Doesn't
Beach,
that sound cute?
Washington. Yeah.
Mr. Walrus.
It's also available in 5,000 different retail locations around the country and the world. Rub with Love is thankful for all of our customers and wish you all a happy Thanksgiving.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
speaking of Thanksgiving, we've got Eliza Ward here from Chef Shop, and she is going to be the contestant for our trivia. Each of you will get 5 questions, and the winner will pick out someone in the audience to take a stroll through the gift shop and pick up a spice blend of choice by Rub with Love. So we're going to start with Loretta. Did you have something to say? Okay. Loretta, you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, this is all Thanksgiving themed, so keep that in mind. What is the name of the spicy sausage that is a classic ingredient in Cajun cornbread dressing or stuffing?
Andouille?
Andouille it is. Good job.
Be more confident, dear. That was
Yeah. Say it with conviction.
Andouille.
Yeah. Number 2. Did Julia Child make green bean casserole a Thanksgiving classic, or was it Campbell's soup?
Campbell's.
It was Campbell's. It was born in 1955 to promote canned cream of mushroom soup. Still around today. Number 3.
The Campbell's soup part of the soup aisle isn't quite as big as it used to be.
Good, because people know how to make soup now,
Yeah.
and you can. Beecher's is pretty good in the freezer too.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. Which of these modern Thanksgiving staples was not served at the 1621 feast? Mashed potatoes, pumpkin pie, or turkey?
Turkey.
Turkey it is. Unlikely. The proteins were more venison, lobster, seal, or geese. Mashed potatoes.
Ooh, seal.
Yeah,
I
mashed
thought
potatoes hadn't reached New England yet either. But
I thought
good.
potatoes was a New World crop.
right.
I think
So
they've been around for generations.
no,
Incas.
all 3 of them weren't served.
Oh,
Just
I
so.
could have got. I was gonna get any of them.
I thought you were going to have trouble with number 2, but you nailed it. All right, number 4. I never know where it's going to go. Which one of these 3 statements is true about Sarah Josepha Hale? She invented pumpkin pie. She wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb and helped make Thanksgiving a national holiday, or she hosted the first White House turkey dinner.
Mary Had a Little Lamb. I don't know.
Sarah Josepha Hale wrote the famous nursery rhyme, and after 20 years petitioning presidents, she persuaded Lincoln to declare Thanksgiving a national holiday in 1863.
Wow.
Good job.
Hard to get that
That
one.
was the luckiest guess I've ever
Too
seen.
random to make up. I
Two
don't
out of
know.
3 choice.
And back to the modern Thanksgiving, I thought it was turkey, but then when I double checked it, it did say turkey could have been there. So that's why
Okay.
kind of. Number 5, which state produces the most Pinot Noir by volume?
By volume.
By volume.
California.
California, you got it.
Ooh,
Yep.
that was a tricky
A
question.
little tricky.
I would've
We all
gone
think of Oregon. Yep.
Yeah.
5 out of 5. Okay.
I think there should be an asterisk for guesses.
Okay, Eliza Wood of Chef Shop.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Now you got this. You got this. Number 1, name a baking technique that helps pie crust stay tender and flaky or prevents it from getting soggy.
Is it like a lamination like technique with the butter?
Sure. Butter, egg, docking, blind baking. There's all kinds of techniques. But we learned from the pie class you don't really need to do any of those.
You just kind of.
I'm not teaching the pie
It's like
class.
cutting in the butter, right?
Annie,
When you're
yeah.
cutting in the butter.
Number 2, multiple choice. According to the Calorie Control Council, how many calories are in a typical Thanksgiving dinner? 1,200, 2,100, or 3,000?
I'll just go for the middle one, 2,100.
It's actually 3,000. And if you add in drinks, desserts, and appetizers, the total can climb to around 4,500 calories.
That's like a week's worth for me.
To burn that off,
I know.
you'd have to jog 9 to 10 hours.
That's what I do every day.
There you go.
Not the jog part.
Not the jogging part. All right. Number 3, what temperature does the USDA recommend cooking turkey to?
Oh, God. I don't work in a restaurant, so that's my excuse here.
Let's
but
just say
I'd
it's above 160.
It's above 160, 165.
You got it. Nice hint. Well done. Remember that.
I
Number
always just look it up. I remember when you can look it up.
Yeah. Number 4, true or false? According to the American Pie Council, 6 million men ages 35 to 54 have admitted to eating the last slice of pie, but denying it when asked.
I would say that's probably true.
That's absolutely true. Okay. Final
Not
question.
me.
What is the common name of the furcula?
What is the common name? Is that the wishbone?
That's the wishbone. Good job.
Whoa.
I was
pulled
ready
that
for a
one out of
hint
your
on
hat.
that one. Yeah.
I was like,
You
yes.
did great. 4 out of 5, but Loretta's still in the lead.
Oh, thank God.
Okay,
The
good job.
furcula. Who knew?
Furcula. Oh, Loretta's got a visual aid.
Oh, she sure. I
That's
told
awesome.
you no tattoo. Oh, after 18, you could get your own tattoos. Yeah.
What happens when you become an adult?
I know.
All right, Tom. Here we go. 5 out of 5.
Okay.
Okay, number 1 is true or false. Benjamin Franklin wanted the turkey, not the bald eagle, to be the national bird.
I was in this play in high school, 1776, and there's a whole song about the turkey, the eagle, or the something else becoming our national
Oh.
emblem. I think Ben Franklin wanted the turkey.
He wanted the turkey. Good job. And what part did you play?
I played Samuel Chase, the senator from Maryland.
Oh.
Delegate from Maryland.
Good guy?
Which they called Maryland.
Maryland.
No, my job on stage was to eat Kentucky Fried Chicken because I guess he was the fattest of the guys. And so I was always on stage eating chicken.
Were you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. All right, number 2. What's the term for rendered poultry fat often used in Jewish cooking that can be made from chicken or even turkey fat?
Schmutz.
Schmaltz.
Schmaltz.
Close
Schmutz.
enough. Close enough because Loretta's doing so well. Number 3. In 1989, a turkey named Tyson set a Guinness World Record as the heaviest turkey ever raised, weighing a massive 86 pounds. It sold at a charity auction for about $6,700 at the time. Adjusted for inflation, that's roughly $18,000 today, or $213 a pound.
Ooh.
Kind of like your pie
Is that
scope
dress
work.
weight or featherweight?
Don't know.
Oh, that's a
but here's the
disqualified
question.
question.
What country did Tyson come from?
Mr. Tyson?
The,
or
the turkey,
the
itself. The massive 86-pound Tyson.
Boy, that's a tough one. Any ideas? Anybody? Thanks for nothing. What country did he come from?
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
No, that would be a bull, Istanbul. I got nothing for that. That was funny.
You should know this.
Okay, I'll say yes on the Tyson.
Uh-huh.
That was the Tyson, so I'm already wrong.
No, there was that. Your only
wasn't
question
part
is
of the
where
question.
Oh,
where'd it come
you
from?
hadn't finished yet. Okay, so what country?
What country?
Did it come from? I will say Mexico.
The United Kingdom. It would be nothing. Okay. Number 4, which major U.S. retailer is the largest seller of organic produce, even surpassing Whole Foods?
Costco.
Costco,
Yeah, I heard that
is.
in the
I heard
audience.
that.
Nice
yes.
work, team.
Final question.
They also sell the most wine, apparently.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Michael doesn't like to hear that. Michael Tier from
No.
Pike and Western. No. Number 5, multiple choice. What year did the first televised Thanksgiving Day football game air in the U.S.? 1934, 1947, or 1956?
56.
1934.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Didn't even know we had TVs
It
then.
featured the Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears. So we've got 4 out of 5. Good job, Loretta. You won.
You
Yay.
won. You get to pick somebody from the audience, take a stroll through the gift shop for our spice rub. If you want to be part of the show, you can join our community on YouTube Live at Tom Douglas & Co. or just go buy a ticket at hotstovesociety.com. Had lots of fun taste today. The show is produced by Becky Guzak. Nico Caballero was on the technical side, and our editor at Cairo, responsible for all that good music, is Sean Don't Call Me Del Torre. If you miss any episode of our Hot Stove Society show on Cairo, you can listen via podcast. Just subscribe with your favorite podcast app.
Thank you for listening and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy whoop, 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 whoop. My dad one time at the Detroit Zoo did the gobble, 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 and all the turkeys came running. It's the weirdest thing.
He was really good at his warble. I
Warble,
weirdly
yeah.
remember that.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to have quiet on the set, please, kitchen team. Hi, I'm Chef Tom Douglas.
And I'm Loretta Douglas.
Today on the Hot Stove Society Thanksgiving radio show, we slice into the world of knives with culinary innovator Scott Heimendinger, founder of Seattle Ultrasonics. We're joined by Michael Tier of Pike and Western Wine Shop, who's been guiding Seattle's wine lovers for nearly 50 years. And we explore Italian panettone with Eliza Ward of Chef Shop.
Excellent. Woohoo! Did you guys get enough to eat?
I'm going to buy those, so I'll take that. This is not something I would buy. Do you guys want to try this other one? Or have you had it? You've had it. You had that one. This is a different one. That's from Portugal. This one's from Siena.